Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. My name is Lindy, this is Much Love Tarot. Welcome everyone. Today we are going to be looking into the question, should you hold on or should you move on from this connection? Let me get over all the announcements first real quick. As always, you can still book private readings with me. My email address is in the description box below. Send me an email. I'll get back to you with all the information, all the options available, all the prices, everything that you need to know. There is also a Linktree link in the description box. If you go over there, you'll find my Instagram, my TikTok. For anyone that feels generous and would like to make a donation to the channel, different ways to do that as well. Among other things, if you would like to donate a deck to the channel, also options to do that as well. Now let's dive into today's video. So should you hold on or should you move on from this connection? Pile number 1, you are going to be card number 43 with details for pile number 1. Pile number 2, you are going to be card number 6 with mountain for pile 2. And pile number 3, you are going to be card number 37 with cleaning house for pile number 3. So if you need some more time to go over the options, go over the piles, then pause the video here, and otherwise I will talk to you guys in your reading. Hi pile number 1, so if you chose this card number 43 with details, then this is going to be your reading today. For you guys, holding on or letting go. I think your answer is going to be in the little details, because if you look at the details in that little magnifying glass, it says clarity. So the moment you look at like the little things that they do, the more clarity you'll get. For some of you, I'm feeling that you're very much looking at the bigger picture. Oh, I can live with that. Oh, it's fine. Oh, but it's the little things that this person does that will tell you, right? Whether that is little acts of kindness that would have gone unnoticed, or whether that is little acts of the opposite, where, okay, let's for instance, you go out to dinner and their communication towards the waiter, right? If they are very kind, very respectful, very grateful, that tells you a lot about that person. And those little things, I would say, hold on. Now, let's say, for instance, it's the opposite, where they are very rude to the waiter, but they're very nice to you. They're over-loving, but just to the waiter, they're a bit disrespectful. Again, that shows you a lot about that person. But let's take a look what the tarot has to say about this for you guys. So pile number 1. Should you hold on or should you move on from this connection? Pile number 1. Should you hold on or should you move on? Okay, let's see everything that we have. First off, we have the 2 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, the Sun, the Page of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, let's see if I can make it actually like fit. I still want to add the bottom of the deck as well. And that is the King of Cups. The King of Cups. I understand why this is kind of a dilemma for you. With that 2 of Cups, I feel like you guys have a very strong connection, but at the same time, there is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain here as well. If it is you worrying, will I ever find someone? I don't want to be single. I don't know how to be single. I don't want to feel lonely. If those are the reasons why you're, questioning, I'd say move on. Very direct, but that's kind of what I'm feeling. Because with the universe, is kind of saying in that particular situation that you need to be able to be, how do you say it? Okay being single, loving yourself, being comfortable being single, being comfortable with your own company. Because then, if that's not the case, then a relationship or a connection just becomes a distraction. So you don't have to think about yourself. You don't have to think about, that you maybe don't like yourself, that, whatever that is, that makes you feel uncomfortable being just with you. And if you're worried of never finding love ever again, Spirit is kind of saying, like, that's not the truth. That's not true. Yes, there is a very strong connection, but that does not mean that that's the only connection I have for you. Now, for those of you where it's the other way around, where you really, really love this person, you always think this is my person. Just something happened that kind of like shook you off your feet. Again, in the details, the little things that they do, how do they make you feel in that way? If they make you feel good, respected, proud, then I think holding on could be a good idea. Again, there is, however, that hurt, that Three of Swords, that needs to be addressed before you can move on with this connection. Before, like, the next step. With that King of Cups, because this is a question I get a lot, right? Where people ask a question, should I hold on or should I move on? And then I give like advice or say what I see, and then the actual question that's bothering them is, yeah, but do they love me? Because apparently if they love you, that makes all the bad behavior okay. And I feel some of you go like, yeah, but do they love me? With that King of Cups, yes, there is love here. And for some of you, okay, so there's this thing. I'm Dutch, for those of you that don't know. I'm Dutch, and I have this thing where I say okay, if you have an issue, you can complain about that issue, but then you have to fix that issue. If you have an issue, but you have no intention of fixing it or working on it, then you have no right to complain. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here for some of you. Where if this is again, like I said, with that details, if we how do I say that? Like, if we establish that this is a good person, right? A nice person to staff, that type of person, and there has been some hurt being done, and there's very much the focus on that hurt. I love him. I'm feeling happy. This is a great relationship. We have a very good connection. We have a good friendship base. Just this hurt. That's kind of like, do I, don't I, do I, don't I? Make a decision, and then you can complain. That Three of Swords need to be addressed. However you put it, needs to be addressed. Whether that is needing to be addressed with this person together or on your own, doesn't matter. It needs to be addressed. I think this is just a little bit of the question, what do you want? Because for some of you, this might also be like the perfect excuse to run away. Because I'm seeing at the base a very good connection, friendship. You guys have good like conversations. You're on each other's level. You have banter with each other. With that sun energy, I'm seeing happiness. Page of Wands, that there is the possibility of exploring like the passion between the two of you as well. New chances, yeah. I'm seeing a good connection. That Three of Swords is the only thing where I would just kind of, I'm sorry if this is a bit tough love, but I'm kind of feeling like, okay, what do you want with that? Something needs to happen. You cannot just like stare at it and be annoyed that it's there. It's like having a bad painting in your house, and instead of like getting rid of it or changing it or, I don't know, putting a curtain over it, you're just like staring at it, being angry. Yeah, but this happened, and now I don't know what to do. Okay, talk about it. If they don't talk about it, okay, that's a boundary for you. You need to work this through. If they don't meet you halfway to work on this, you know, like, there's nothing you can do then. It's not a one-way street. It is a relationship is working on it together. If one of the two parties doesn't work on the relationship together, it is not a relationship. It is a providing connection, like a parent, right? If it's a one-way street, it's not a relationship. Okay, I feel like I'm a bit tough on you guys. I feel like I'm getting a bit tough. I don't mean to. It's just I feel like I kind of need to point out, like, but like realistically, right? I'm not dealing in fantasies. Again, the details, clarity is in the details. Details. It also, with that Three of Swords, depends what this is, of course. What this hurt and this pain is, because the Three of Swords is energy of getting your heart ripped to pieces. Right? For some of you, it might have been where you guys had the perfect relationship, but they cheated. So then you need to take a hard look with that Hanged Man that apparently it wasn't a perfect relationship. For you, it might have been, but for the other person, it wasn't. And there's no blame towards you in that. If someone cheated, that's their decision. That has nothing to do with you as a person. But it, again, kind of depends on what this Three of Swords thing is that is on the road. That is, you know. I think, honestly, for you guys, and this is... I don't want to, it's gonna sound, okay, I know how it's gonna sound, because it's gonna sound like I'm saying just figure it out yourself. But I feel like, I honestly feel that you have your answer already with that Hanged Man. Taking a look, okay, what do I want? And I feel like there might be some judgment. Oh, people are gonna think this, or oh, people are gonna assume that, or people are gonna have an opinion about it, or people are gonna think that I'm a certain person because I want to make this decision. Fuck that. The heck with everyone that has an opinion about it. What do you want? Because it's your happiness we're talking about, not the other people. Your happiness. What do you want? And I feel like you already know that answer. But for some reason, you're like, yeah, for some of you, you don't want to let go of this connection because there might have been children or family-related culture, whatever that is. For some of you, you're like, I want to stay, but people are gonna, you're gonna stay with a cheater. People are gonna think I'm weak. People are gonna, the hell with that. What do you want? Because you're the one that has to live with the details. You're the one that has to go through this decision, live with this decision. So the heck with everyone else. I think if you decide to move on, don't be scared of being alone. I think that's a good lesson, as well as you will be able to find someone new. You're not going to be alone for the rest of your life. You will find happiness. For those of you where you're like, I want to give this another try, good on you. I do want to say with that Nine of Cups, focus on you. Again, what you want to do. And self-love. Coming from self-love. This is what's best for me right now. Even if that means, because that has different, I feel like I'm just doing like 100 readings at once. Because for some of you, it can also be, okay, I want to hold on to this connection, but there needs to be some space. So me, like, taking some me time, but I do want to keep continuing, however that fits for you. I feel like you already know the answer. It's just trusting your own intuition, trusting yourself that this is, okay, this is what I want, and then looking at yourself without judgment as well. Because I feel like you might, you know, get other people's opinions on your back, and that's like weighing you down. Let me get some advice and guidance for you guys. I hope this is clear. I feel like if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then this is not your pile. I think this is not your pile. But let's see, pile number 1. Some advice and guidance for you guys on this. Holding on or moving on. We have step out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone, yeah. So I feel like there is some fear of making that decision. We have the full moon with surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. Nothing is yet set in stone. And we also have the full moon in Aries with a fiery climax approaches. So answers are definitely coming for you. Meditation on it. As well as nothing is yet set in stone. So you can like try, right? You don't have to make a decision of like, okay, it's not that black and white. You can, there are middle grounds. You can try, but on your own terms. There are so many options. You can let go for now, but keep the door open in the future, or go like, I need to focus on myself right now. Because as well, with that details, I feel like it's going to be the little things. Because that, okay, that's a thing that I've learned from, I have a lot of friends that are older that have been through marriages, as well as some divorces. And they always, when they talk about it, they always tell me, okay, the little things, the little details that annoyed me to that person at the start, at the beginning, but that I kind of went like, you know, okay, that's not that bad. Those are the little things that made that I got a divorce from this person. Those little things that annoyed me were the things where I'm like, you know what, I could have known. I should have known. Same situation with, I have mostly guy friends have this, where if I ask, okay, what was the moment that you realized you were gonna marry this person, it's always gonna be the little details, not big gestures, but little things that they did where like, oh, I'm gonna marry this one. I am gonna marry this one, right? So I feel like your answer is going to be in your details. Again, I'm seeing for some of you it's moving on, for some of you it is holding on. I think you already know. I really think you already know. Okay, what else do I want? Let me get these for you guys. So pile number 1, should you hold on or should you move on? Okay, we have a lot. I wasn't expecting this, but let's see. We have not enough. Frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, and jealousy. Feeling of not being good enough. That sucks. Again, more so like focus on yourself, because I feel like you do deserve like the best as well. We have girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Yes, okay, yes, girl talk. Because I feel like you already know the answers. If this is a situation where you don't... Okay, I feel like this is going to be like for 1 or 2 of you. Because I feel like for those of you that know the answer, but you're kind of still being defensive, if you cannot tell this or say what's going on to your best friend, if you're scared of telling your best friend, you have your answer. You know the answer. And what I mean with best friend is a friend that doesn't mind telling you the hard truth. Not the one that goes, girl, as long as you're happy. But the girl that's like, are you insane? Are you crazy? Okay, we also have the runner in codependent relationship, fear of intimacy and listening to ego. For some of you, it can be that this is a codependent relationship. And those are never, with those, it's like toxic but addicting. Because it gives you that excitement, right? We also have a love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So for some of you, this is a situationship where every time it's like fun and good, but every time it gets real, they start running. And then after that, they have that like expression of love, a love call, like, hey, what's going on? We haven't spoken in a while. How are you doing? Like out of the blue. We also have the camera with reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learning from the past, making memories. We have the coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. And we have the butterfly, relationship evolving to the nest phase, healing the inner child, and growth. So for all of you, I'm definitely seeing some sort of transformation needed. If you are wanting to hold on, and it kind of depends on if this, I'm seeing a lot of different like stages. So what I'm seeing is you guys had a situationship or something going on at the beginning that kind of came to an end. Something needs to change, or something, there has to be some sort of transformation happening. And for some of you, I'm seeing that there might be a new chance with this person after that transformation, but something needs to change. I am leaning more towards moving on from this connection, because I'm feeling it's a bit toxic in some stages. Because I feel like for those of you where it's holding on, like I said in the beginning, you already know, okay, holding on, it's a good situation. It's just that Three of Swords that needs to be looked at, worked through, and, you know, work on that. I think that's the message, and that's the end of that message. For those of you where, again, this is just, you're still a bit doubtful, where like, oh, I don't know, I don't know, move on. Move on. Because I feel like then it's toxic. Because then it's either there's a lot of love, but the details, how they treat other people, or the little things that are annoying, or it's the other way around where there's no love, but they're more like a friend to you. You don't want to hurt them, you love them, but there's not that type of love or connection, which in both cases isn't, well, you know, either it's something that needs to be worked on, like I said, with that Three of Swords, or moving on from. But the connection as it is needs to change. And if this person makes you feel like you're not enough, run. Not just walk away, run. Because I honestly feel that if that's the case, your girlfriends or your friends would tell you, hell no. Hell no. Where are they? I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. So yeah, I kind of want to leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. I hope I wasn't as chaotic as I feel like this reading might have been. Just because I had a lot of different situations come through, and I'm working on it to not be that you are confused at the end of it. let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for future readings, so I know that I can, I have new options. And I'll see if I can make it into a general reading for you guys. If you enjoyed watching this one, like the video, give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that I can make more of this type of questioning in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also very, very helpful for me. So thank you so much for doing so, for being here, for sharing your love for me and the channel. So thank you so much. Have an awesome rest of your day. Go kick ass. You absolutely got this. And then hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pile number 2. So if you chose card number 6 with the mountain, then this is going to be your reading today. So should you hold on or should you move on from this connection? With this mountain, I feel like this connection that you have with this person is a long one. It has history. I feel like it's kind of like stuck in place. It's drying out, but there's always like that holding on of hope of rain someday coming. It's kind of what I'm feeling with that. Or for some of you, you might have been in this relationship for a long time and you're like, you know what, I don't want this time to have been wasted, or I'm so settled, let's just like hold on type of feeling to it. But let me take a look what the tarot has to say about this for you guys. So pile number 2 with that mountain. Should you hold on or move on from this connection? Pile number 2. Hold on or move on. Okay, let's see what we have. First off, we have the 7 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. The 7 of Swords, the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the World. The World, yeah, okay. So with that, with the cards I already said, I thought, yeah, okay, something needs to come to an end here. With that World, that's the ending of a cycle. Ending of cycles. So the way things have been going right now, that needs to stop. With that 7 of Swords, I'm feeling that there is a lot that you kind of like brushed under the carpet. Well, as long as I don't look at it, it's not a thing, it cannot hurt me. For some of you, I'm just getting a feeling of like stealing from yourself, stealing like opportunities from yourself by holding on to this connection as well as it is. I do feel that some change need to happen, and I feel like that change is gonna be initiated by you, because I don't think otherwise anything is gonna change. I'm a bit like, what's going on with this connection? I'm honestly a bit where I'm like, where do I start? Okay, a couple of situations that I'm seeing. For some of you, this is your long-term partner. For others of you, I'm seeing that this is a like situationship that got emotions involved. For those of you where this is you guys being in a long-term committed relationship, I think you guys just communicate very differently. That's the thing that you guys knew, and kind of, instead of talking about it and finding something that works for the both of you, you kind of like both kind of like went with it, where it's like, well, hopefully eventually the rain will come and it's gonna be fine, but all this time and nothing has changed. So with that Ace of Cups, that is introducing a new cycle of love. Falling in love with each other again, all over again. For some of you, again, situationship coming in, and there are feelings that developed. For both cases, I feel that there are still opportunities or chances that you can take for the option holding on. But it's going to be you that needs to take those type of actions. It's going to be you that initiate that change. You that brings that up. You that set that first step. If you are to the point where you're tired, you're done, you don't want to do that anymore, you're fighting imaginary evil, or so it feels like, then it's going to be letting go. The world is endings of cycles. The way that things are between the two of you is not working, and that needs to come to an end. But it's very much up to you to make that change. Okay, let me get some oracles for you guys on this. Some advice and guidance. For some of you with that Seven of Swords, there might have been, like, the Seven of Swords is trust issues or being cheated on or not being treated fairly. But I'm kind of feeling that that is for legit reasons. And it's kind of like hidden. Well, they kind of stole something, but, you know, it was dark. I didn't see their face. I'm not sure if it was them. I feel like your intuition is trying to tell you, again, for some of you, that they are not playing fairly or they're not treating you the way that you deserve. Where you're kind of like going like, well, you know, with that mount energy, well, you know, maybe one day they will give me rain and, you know. Because I think there isn't. I feel like you are depleted, right, with that mountain energy. And it's gotten to the point with that world energy. How much more can you give? Something needs to change. Because I feel like for some of you, you might even go into like developing, in severe cases, burnout, depression, just over fatigued. Again, I do feel that there are possibilities here, especially if you are in a relationship already or situationships of this working out. If you guys are in a no contact situation, from the other person's perspective, nothing's gonna change. As long as you don't, it's you that has to take the first step. And if you're getting nothing in return, if you have been trying to get their attention and you're getting nothing in return, then with that Queen of Swords, there needs to be our harsh look at reality. Okay, what am I getting? Nothing. Then I'm moving on. Because with that mountain, the more, because that is depleting yourself from like rain. Okay, what else? Pile number 2. Any advice and guidance for pile number 2? Let's see. First off, we have you're very close to achieving your goal, and nothing will come of this situation. So for some of you, that might be where it's like, wait, what? That is like the complete opposite. But let me take a look at one more and then we'll look. Adjustments are required. Adjustments are required. So yes. Your goal is happiness. Your goal is a loving relationship. Your goal is not being depleted, not being in the state that you are right now. the things that you are doing now with this person is nothing will come of that situation, and something needs to change. Again, that the way that things are right now needs to come to an end. And I feel like the moment that ends, you get that much closer to the goal. And for some of you, you might think that the goal is this person. If I feel like if I'm now telling you that's not the case, you're just gonna go, this is bullshit, this is not my reading, that's not for me. Because I feel like there might be some defensiveness about what your goal is. But one thing's for sure, you cannot stay in that mountain feeling, depleted of love, depleted of, you know, because we as humans need love, need that. And I feel like this is just a little bit going on for too long, as in something needs to change. And it's you taking action, you going, you know what, I cannot do this, have a healthy boundary, set a healthy boundary for yourself to, you know, get out of that situation. I kind of want to say hold on or let go for those of you, again, that are in situations that were like basically for everyone. Give it one more shot. If you're having a hard time letting go, give it one more shot. And then be analytical with that Queen of Swords. Okay, what am I getting in return? Not words, but actions. What actions are you getting? Because words do not give, you know, rainfall. And then from that, I feel like you can make more of the decision of, okay, is this now something that we can work on, we move towards, and I'm excited about? Or is this where you're like, you know, I tried, I'm not giving equally back as I'm giving, I cannot continue the way that it is, and then letting go. Because if nothing changed, then you're gonna stay at that mountain area. Okay, pile number 2, should you hold on or should you let go? Any advice and guidance on this situation? Okay. We have the chaser. The chaser in codependent relationships, fear of abandonment. Do I need to say anything? For those of you where you feel like the chaser that just, you know, that's that. We have the coffin. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So again, for those of you that might be a bit fearful of moving on, moving forward, endings bring new beginnings as well. It will give you, especially if you are the chaser in that codependent relationship, it will give you the freedom to grow, to learn, and have that liberation. But it has to come from you, especially if this is a codependent relationship. The runner is very good at leaving breadcrumbs. The runner is very good at like pausing so you can, you know, catch up and then run away again. For them, it's like that game. Like, catch me, catch me, catch me. And you're just like, love me, love me, love me. Okay, we also have the butterfly with relationship evolving to the nest phase, healing the inner child, and growth again. Again, that growth. So, like I said, something needs to change, and I feel like with that chariot, it has to come from you. We have wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And we also have not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, or person, boundaries, and still angry. So again, where you are scared Or did I tell you guys that? I don't know. Maybe I told pile number 1. But with that wedding rings, if you are scared that it's gonna be this person or no person at all, you're never gonna find love. If that's the thing you're telling yourself, that's not true. Because I do see wedding rings here with a soul connection, but not today. Not in the way that it's going between the two of you right now. This is not how you are doing right now with this person. That is not going to lead to wedding rings. Some transformation needs to happen. And no matter what, I am seeing wedding rings. So if you're scared of ending up alone, or it's this person or no person at all, it's like the universe going, no, we have marriage in your future. There is just a lot that needs, not today. There's a lot that needs to change, transform, healing inner child. Because for some of you, it can get a bit toxic if you are in that codependent relationship. In, out, hot, cold. Yes, no. I think I want you, but I'm not sure. Change has to come from you. So holding on or letting go, holding on, moving on, I'm leaning more towards either a moving on or you setting boundaries with this person. Because if you set healthy boundaries and they do not work with that, it will be them that's going to move on as well. Because if they do not respect your boundaries, how can you trust them? How can you trust them with a marriage? But yeah, change needs to happen, transformation. I'm leaning more, because it's like easier. That's the thing. It's easier if you would let go and have that transformative energy on your own, and maybe get back together or in this connection again later when you have done that transformation. Because I feel like moving on with this connection will just extend the torture that you're putting yourself through at this point. You know how they are. You know what it is that you're getting. So putting yourself in this situation is you choosing to get hurt again. Because I don't think there's anything that changed at this point. And with that Chariot, it's you that has to implement some sort of change. And the only person you have control of changing is yourself. You can make a suggestion to the other person, like, hey, I've been thinking about this and this, maybe we should try this, but it's not up to you for them to make that decision. It's them having to make that decision. You have no control over that. The only one you have control over is your own actions. Again, it's easier. It's going to be easier to let go. I understand if you're not there yet. And for some of you, I feel like, again, give it a shot. Have that conversation of, okay, something needs to change. Are you in or are you out? That's not a bad thing as well. It's going to be harder. Of course it's going to be harder. Doesn't mean that just because something is easier or harder to do, that it's a good or bad thing to do. I feel like you'll know what it is that you want to do, but something needs to change. The things, how you have been continuing the way with this connection, that's not getting you anywhere. Nothing will come of this situation, and adjustments are required. So yeah, I kind of want to leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you have any suggestions for future readings. If you enjoyed watching this one, give it a thumbs up. That lets me know that I can make more of this type of content for you guys in the future as well. Subscribe if you haven't already. Very helpful for me as well. Go kick ass. If you're afraid that you're not strong enough, you are. I cannot emphasize this enough, that how strong you are, that you can do this. I have so much faith in you because I'm seeing a lot of strength, a lot of inner power. There's just a little bit of hesitation. Am I good enough? Can I do this? Is this really what I, scared, which is fine. But you absolutely got this. So go kick ass. You got this. And then hopefully, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys again in the next reading. Hi, pal number 3. So if you chose this card, Cleaning House, with number 37, then this is going to be your reading today. So the question is, should you hold on or should you move on from this connection? With that Cleaning House, I feel like for you guys, it's going to be a very simple question in return. Taking a look at the person that you are today and the person that you want to be tomorrow. Is this connection still bringing you something? Is this connection bringing you closer to the person that you would like to be or further away? It's like decluttering, the people around you, the friends, family members, relationships. Is this still something that I would like to keep in my house, or is it time for it to go? It's like decluttering your wardrobe. Right? Is this a shirt that I've worn over the last 2 years? No? Okay, then I need to get rid of it. Is there emotional attachment there? Yes, but, if I keep holding on to all the emotional attachment clothes, I can have a second wardrobe just with those clothes I don't touch, I never wear, and it's just gonna be slowly like the moths are gonna find it. Or is it time to have a clear head by cleaning out all the things that are no longer serving me? Is it still bringing me something? And if so, what? Things like, okay, because there's also a difference between like a shirt that you've gotten from like your best friend, but you haven't worn it. Maybe it doesn't even fit. And there's a difference between that type of piece of clothing and like your wedding dress. Right? So which one is it? Okay. And like, just because it's no longer giving you something doesn't mean that you should, like, again, get rid of it. If it's like a wedding dress, you're never wearing it ever again, but that doesn't mean that you should get rid of it. But understand, I feel like there needs to be an understanding of what this connection is bringing into your life. And if that's something that you need, if that's something that is going to help you forward, because it can also be that this is a person that you kind of had a crush on, but nothing really happened. Maybe they're in a relationship, maybe there's distance, or for some reason you cannot like be together. But this connection and this person is still like a motivation for you to be better, to do better, to follow your dreams. Then like it's still giving you good vibes. So why would you get rid of that? Right? But let's take a look at what the tarot has to say about this for you guys. So pile number 3. Should you hold on or move on from this connection? Pile number 3. Should they hold on or move on from this connection? Okay, a lot popped out. A lot. I don't know if I can make this fit. We'll see. First off, we have the 4 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups, the 3 of Swords, the Death card, the 2 of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles, Temperance, the King of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, let me scooch everything over. It's not gonna look pretty, but I feel like at least then we can see everything, hopefully. Well, kind of. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. Yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. Okay, I feel like this is a connection where you don't have to choose either or. It's not about holding on or letting go, that black or white. I think because with the Death card, that talks about endings of relationships. So for some of you, this might be an ex-partner. It can also talk about like ending the situation as it is right now would have some sort of transformative energy for this person to either come back. I feel like that choosing letting go or holding on is very much with that Two of Swords, like having such a hard time with that decision, because at one end you are hurt, but at the other end I feel like this is a very strong soul connection. It can be a soul contract, soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart, all the soul connections. And with that Devil, there's a lot of fear of, okay, if I let go of this connection, will it ever, will I regret it? Will I make the wrong decision? But if I'm holding on, I'm kind of feeling a bit trapped and suffocated. I'm still hurt over this, but I don't really want to lose it. But I also feel like I cannot give what I want to give right now. Very overwhelmed feelings. So what I suggest in things like that, you don't have to choose letting go or holding on. What you can do is focus on you. And what I mean with that kind of sounds like walking away or letting go, but you can leave the door open for this person to come back in again at all times. You don't have to shut their door completely, just kind of close it a little bit. Or like if you have a doorway, right now they're standing in the doorway, they're stopping traffic. It's almost like that swiping, yes or no, right? Tinder, where you're like, okay, I need to swipe on this person. Am I gonna let go or am I gonna hold on? And they're in that doorway and you're looking at them and you're like, I don't know. Good thing about this life, you can put them a little bit in like, where it's like, okay, I'm thinking about this. Please go stand outside of the doorway so there's still people that can come in and out of my life while I try to figure this out. And if they decide to come into your life at some point, then you can reassess again. But right now there's this suffocating holding on to, where I feel like you feel as well that this is not the person for right now. And just because they are not the person for right now does not mean that they are the person or not the person for forever. But the Three of Wands and the Four of Cups, there's so much overthinking, not wanting to make the wrong decision. Again, with the Temperance is finding that middle ground, middle path. I'm seeing, while I'm talking, I'm feeling a lot of different situations. And it's hard for me to pick like one, my own middle ground here. Because I feel like your situations are going to be very specific and very differently. But with that Queen of Cups, I feel like right now you're kind of just pouring your emotions out onto this person, not knowing if it's gonna come back to you. Because cleaning house, right? It's also about, you don't have to get rid of anything. Right? And it's not that it cannot come back with that death card as well. There's just so much emphasis of just like fear of doing the wrong thing. Because the Devil card, the artwork of the Devil is the opposite of the Lover's card, where it can be the feeling of feeling trapped, feeling maybe you have commitment issues, but not wanting to commit, but also don't want to lose this person. Because I do feel that there is like some time needed for you to focus on yourself and the fears that you have in order to move forward. With that Death card, have some sort of transformation. Because with that Three of Swords, there is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. That is like your foundation that you're trying to build upon. That's not stable. And then like fear on top of that, that's like, for some of you, very specific. For some of you, I'm feeling that you might feel like an imposter. Pretending, oh, I got everything on the way. I love this connection. Like from the outside, we look perfect. That type of feeling. So to me, this is just, again, with that cleaning houses, again, more so about you just focusing on you right now And then I feel like this connection will just flow the way that it will, or how it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be that you will lose this connection, then nothing you can do to stop that. But I'm leaning more towards, because you have such a strong soul connection here and the death card, that this is a connection that can come around again once you have done the hard work. Okay, let me get some oracles on this for you guys. So pile number 3, some advice and guidance for you guys. Advice and guidance for pile number 3. Advice and guidance for pile number 3. Okay, what do we have? We have the new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. We have the full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. And we have the full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. With that cleaning house, letting go of what's no longer serving you, working on that hurt, that pain. Have faith in the universe that luck is on your side and a win-win outcome is coming. So if this is the person that's supposed to be in your life after releasing that negativity, they will still be in your life or come back into your life. Luck is on your side, so I'm feeling like now it is. Now. Get this ball rolling. It's going to be scary. Of course it's going to be scary. Letting go of, what we've been holding on for so long. But I definitely feel that this is a step that you need to take. So we're not necessarily looking at holding on or letting go, because I feel like this has more to do with you just focusing on you, working through that negativity, letting go of what's no longer serving you. And then with this connection, that will just flow the way it's supposed to. If you are going to work on yourself, tell this person like, okay, I need to focus on myself. I need to clean house. I need to try to release negativity. They're either going to support you or they're not. Right? And that just will tell you a lot. It will tell you so much. Okay, some final oracles for you guys. So pile number 3, some advice and guidance. Should they hold on or should they let go? Energy. Look at that. The one that just pops out here is self-indulgence. Focus on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Yeah. Okay, we have kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. Because I think that, because again, with that King and Queen of Wands, I feel like you guys have a very, very strong connection, and there is that unconditional love there, wanting what's best for you, wanting you to be the best version of self. So I feel like they will be supportive, and if they are not supportive, then I feel like they're a lesson rather than a life partner. Because I feel like you choosing you and you choosing to start that self-love journey will make them fall in love with you even more if this is the person that you're supposed to be with. Okay, we also have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Again, if this is not a person that doesn't have that unconditional love and isn't supportive of you choosing you and focusing on you, then this is not the one. And this is not the one. We also have the Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to life, adapt, change, and heal. So I feel like the moment, again, you choose you and you're like, okay, I need to focus on this, how they react is going to tell you so much that you need to know. It will give you so much clarity. And it's good that you find out then rather than like 5 years from now. And it's now time for you to focus on yourself. Clean house. Even if that means taking a break from this connection for a little while. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. It's going to be scary as shit. But at the end of it, you have a win-win outcome. You have your answers, you have a goal, and you have the tools to get to that goal. Luck is on your side. The universe is on your side. So yeah, I kind of want to leave the reading here for you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope it resonated. If it did, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know in the comments down below as well. If you enjoyed watching this, give the video a thumbs up so I know that I can make more of this type of question for you guys in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already, very helpful for me as well. Go have a kick-ass, a little bit of a selfish kick-ass day. You absolutely got this. It's scary. I have so much faith in you and so much support in you. Yes, it's scary, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Go have an awesome day on purpose. And then hopefully I will talk to you guys again in the next reading.